Yoga for Healing. I decided to make a part 2 from that last read of this group being sat down, because I focused mostly on this couple, this past story of how they're being sat down. But I always remember how they cloak. And in a lot of readings, there's a lot of other stories within the story. You have your sword up against this group. You did what you needed to do. Their secrets are revealed. This handler that you were assigned to that wanted your abundance, you were in this sword of energy, Queen or King of Swords energy up against. But also, I'm thinking, there's been a King of Swords that's been coming out. And as I was looking at the cards on the table, I'm like, this couple. I went back to the couple, not just the group, but that beginning couple. And I was feeling like there may be something else more that we need to know. I wanted to dig in more to get more info on this King of Swords. Because there may be another side of the story. You may be in a King or Queen of Swords energy, but there's also another being in that same energy, but they may be in the reverse. Because a King and Queen of Swords reverse, King and Queen of Wands reverse have been coming out a lot. All of them. So, my first thought was, don't move the cards. Go deeper into this. Just to clarify, is this King of Swords a handler that worked with this Empress, with this group, that was kind of hiding behind the scenes? Because they're cloaking a little bit, trying to, in your energy. Let's see. What do we need to know? Assigned handler. Possible reader also. They may deal with cards. Five of Wands. They're in conflict. Tension. This handler is in conflict and tension. And we saw that in the last read. There was arguing and fights going on in the background in that last read. What about this Nine of Pentacles? Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Impatient, daring, impulsive, passion. They're wanting to communicate something. They're in a Knight of Swords energy over a Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. They're in a, okay, yeah, this is the energy they're hiding in, but they're in a Knight energy, not a King of Swords energy. They're in a Knight of Swords energy. This one, that sneaky one hiding behind the scenes that wants to get away, that's been planning. Seven of Coins. Dealing with conflict. Wanting to manifest. They're at a 7. They wanted to be at a 9, but now they're at a 7 because they're at a Knight of Swords. What else do we need to know about this Knight of Swords and this 7 of Coins? Knight of Wands. This is another that comes out. Oh, okay. So they're going to come in. This Knight of Swords wants to come in, but they're going to come in like a Knight of Wands energy. Slinging that big D, as they say. Or whatever they call the woman part. They're going to come in because they want to win. They want the rewards. They want the Nine of Pentacles, this Knight of Swords. So they're going to try to make a power move. But they will use their sexuality that will bring destruction. Because they want the Ace of Coins. They want that abundance. Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles, same thing. Confirmation. It is seen. There's a handler that's in the background, wishing that they could cloak in your energy, but they are not able to. This Knight energy, immature, but wants success. So they're going to come in with that wand to try to win the reward. This is their plan. And they're coming in fast. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that Jezebel. You know, they like to use that root chakra. They can't do anything else. They only know how to be a handler because they themselves are under MK Ultra. They're stuck in a loop. They only know how to do certain things. And if they're not doing those things, they're lost. So that's why they're at a Five of Wands in great conflict and tension. They want to bring destruction. They only want your currency, your energy, your finances, your funds, whatever they could take. You ain't gotta be rich for one of them to come after you because they know you're rich in the spiritual. And that will be manifested into the 3D. This is why they want it so bad. Because they want to be rich and famous, but they have no purpose. Rich for what? Famous for who? They're immature. And they cannot grow. Even if it's strictly because they refuse to. They want to make an attachment. And this has been coming out strongly. This is their most popular move. A lot of people go around and they think about, yeah, there's females that want to have babies for a check, but there's some warlocks and witches that know about a bigger check. Okay? Y'all looking at the mediocre things that's just looking that you can touch, that's fast, that's pleasurable, but you're not looking at long-term goals and how that one interaction can fuck up your whole life. Yes, it can. They see you're living in the moment. This Knight of Wands or Knight of Swords, this shape shifter want to be. There's a lot of wannabes out here. Some of you may have more than 2 people in the background that are trying to mirror you. They want your energy. Beware of herbs and spices and those that want to offer you gifts. You're living in the moment. And what about this King of Swords? Knight of Swords. Running in reverse. They see you're not running. Karmic lesson. You moved on. Okay, so they see you living your life, living in the moment, enjoying yourself, your surroundings. You're not running from anything. You dealt with a karmic lesson and now you're moved on. You let go and you're loving you. So what is the problem in that? They miss you. That's the problem. They miss your energy. What about this assigned handler? True colors. They don't want their true colors seen. Bottom line. They especially don't want them seen by you. Because you're confident, secure, and career focused. They don't want you to see the real them. So they're going to come in shape-shifting. What about this true colors? They're fucked up over you. And they have a lot of secrets. Like this group that they are hiding within. How they have this empress in the background. And all these truths coming out. That they thought they were hiding. Oh my gosh. Just yesterday I said they don't have just a closet they're hiding their skeletons. They have a whole house. Boom. Oh my gosh, that just clicked to me. All the secrets they were hiding in this huge house of secrets. It's huge. What do we need to know about this huge house of secrets? And their colors shown. It's not shocking news to a lot of us that you're not dealing with this love-hate. That you're having the faith in yourself and healing and meditating, staying connected, praying. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? This, I believe, I miss you. You're not missing them. And they're not happy. You're not missing the love-hate that you turned away. You're not shocked by a lot of the things that are going on or about these secrets that they have that they thought they were hiding. I miss you in reverse. You're in your divine energy. That has them fed up. They want to come and attach that bond to you. But remember, they still have some others in the background. Beware. Because they're in conflict. And they're trying to hide their true colors and how they're fucked up over you. But you have learned the lesson. And you have been moving on. This is what's causing their frustration. Because they're stuck where they're at. And they don't like that. They don't like that they're kicked to the curb. You're done. You've learned the lesson. You walked away. It doesn't matter if their reality they want to live in is false or fake. That's up to them. False or true. I said false or fake. Because that's all they can do. They can either be false or fake. They don't know nothing about being true. And how you're already knowing the tea. Relaxing. You have nothing to do with this. This is all outside sources. Outside of you. This is people that have to deal with their own issues. They don't want to deal with their anger management. They're unable to burn the evidence. I've been saying, it's seen. I've been telling these mugs they've been seen. Even before as many people that see them now that are running away. Running away from this. But somebody wants you to keep a promise. They may even use some kind of contract. But you're being guided to stay caution. And there we go with this copycat again. Shit's going down. Because they're outdated. They've been thrown out. Being a bugaboo. Stuck doing what they do. someone that is of deceit and unworthy of your trust. And I'll leave it there. Just wanted to go back in because I was feeling and sensing that other energy behind the scenes that wishes they could mirror you. Someone that's been working with a group that's fed up, that wants to be a divine masculine energy or feminine energy, but you're not dealing with the love-hate situation, and you're not shocked or surprised of all these secrets that are coming out of a big old house. Peace.